We finally got to see the first glimpses of a ship tour from the new Sun Princess. We are not going to drag this out, we're going to throw ourselves into it, we're going to watch all the content that we got to see, which was about 10 minutes. We're going to talk about it, what we liked, what we didn't like, and at the end we're going to come back and do a list and save the best and worst for last. So here we go. So basically we got to see a short ship tour of about 10 minutes where they showed, I guess, most of the ship. They still didn't show all the things. We are still going to talk about a few of those things that we didn't get to see later on in the show. So as I said, we're going to start looking at most of the things, and then I saved my 4 things that I didn't like and the 5 things that I absolutely loved for last. So first of all, we have the Coffe Currents, which is the new upcharge cafe style for pastries, sandwiches, and obviously barista style coffee. I guess that this is the equivalent to Starbucks that we've seen on the other ships now, on Royal and Norwegian. The question is really why they have chosen to go with Coffe Currents and why they think that they need a specialty coffee place, especially since they have the International Café, which is world class in my opinion. I've actually had some of the best sandwiches in my life in the International Café while I was on the Enchanted Princess, and they also sell specialty coffee, which is really great. So for me personally, I don't really see the point with this Coffe Currents. The next thing we got to see was Bellinis Bar. We didn't get to see that much. It obviously looks very good. Bellinis is the bar for bubbly cocktails such as champagne, obviously, cava and prosecco. So we also got to see Crooners Bar, and boy, this venue looks just amazing. Crooners was one of my favorite go-to bars on the Enchanted Princess. It has this kind of, I guess you can say, Sinatra, New York, Chicago kind of vibe. It's dark, it's loom, it's cozy, and it looks even better, if I'm being honest, here on Sun Princess. So excited to visit Crooners on the Sun Princess. Brand new venue to Sun Princess is Spellbound. This is a very secret kind of thing. They hide the place behind this black door, as you can see, and behind there is a cocktail bar that serves up really good cocktails. You get to see some of the best magicians at sea performing, and then there's a dinner as well. However, and this is a big however, they're charging $149 per person for this experience, which is $300 for 2 people, and in my opinion that is not an upcharge. I mean, you have been paying for the cruise itself, you have been paying a fortune, so like $149 per person for a somewhat couple of hours long experience with some magic, some cocktails, some food. No, I don't think so. You can actually get 4 meals in specialty dining, which are going to be so much more exciting for the same money. So for me, Spellbound, I mean, as good as it looks, it's a big no-no for me, unfortunately. Next we got a sneak peek look at Alfredo's. Looks very good in my opinion, even better than on the Royal class ships. Alfredo is the go-to pizzeria that used to at least have the best pizzas at sea. Looks very nice now with the new restaurant. The only thing that I want to talk about is that they have changed it now. This used to be included in your cruise fare. Now you have to buy the Princess Plus kind of package deal to get it for free. Otherwise you have to pay for it. This is the bad part of it. The good part though is that it looks really good. Next thing, we're going to go to the Horizon dining room. For the first time, Princess has chosen to do the big main dining room style in 3 floors like some of the ships do nowadays. They're really going all in of how much they love it, and obviously I'm not going to be able to say anything less. It looks stunning. It's just that in my personal opinion, I like it more like cozy. I like it more how do you say, like intimate. So for me, I would have preferred
like they used to have on the Royal class ships, to have like 3 dining rooms. However, this Horizon dining room will have different kind of themes, for what it seems, on every floor, so you will get the opportunity to dine in kind of different kind of designs, I guess you can say. Princess Live for me, I never spent any time there actually on Enchanted Princess. This looks, I guess, worse. It was much cozier on the Royal class ships. It is what it is. We didn't get to see too much. It looks okay. We also got to see the Crown Grill, and it looks very good. I can't really say if it looks better than the old Royal class ships. It looks really good though. However, we have to talk about the Butcher's Block. That is the new specialty restaurant. It's called Butcher's Block Specialty Bistro, and they will also serve steaks, fries and so on, and it looks to be even better than the Crown Grill. So looking forward to both, obviously, and compare them both in prices and menus. Next up is the Wheelhouse Bar, which looks very nice from the little we can see. The Good Spirits at Sea is returning to Sun Princess, one of the signature bars, you can say, of Princess, where they have these collaboration with famous bartenders. They make the best cocktails on board. However, what I learned from cruising with Enchanted Princess is that they only do these classy cocktails between set times. Otherwise they have the normal menu and their normal bartenders, I guess, throughout the cruise. However, a big plus and a big news to Sun Princess. They will bring to Good Spirits at Sea a collaboration with chef Darren McGrady, who has been a chef for Queen Elizabeth, Princess Diana, and has served 5 US presidents, and he is going to bring as a specialty thing to Good Spirits at Sea a sophisticated royal afternoon tea with scones and pastry pairings. This sounds to me as good as it gets. I could not be more excited for this than I am. And the charge will be $30, and that will also include a glass of bubble. So basically, I mean, compare it to what I was talking about earlier about Spellbound, which charge $149 per person for dinner and a show. Basically, here you will pay $30 per person for world-class high-end afternoon tea, I guess, and also you will get a glass of whatever it is, Prosecco, Cava. That's a bargain. That's a bargain. I don't have any problems whatsoever paying $30 for something like that. When we were cruising on the Enchanted Princess, the best meal that we had was in Sabatini's. It's the Italian specialty restaurant, and it's returning now to Sun Princess. And from what we get to see, boy, it looks good. It looks actually so much better than it did on Enchanted Princess. This venue looks just stunning, and I know already for a fact that the food at Sabatini's is just, I would say, world class. We also got a sneak peek at the shops of Princess and the casino. To tell you the truth, I'm not a very big shopaholic. The casino though, I do visit from time to time to try the slot machines. When it comes to the shops though, I did buy some spirits last time I was with Enchanted Princess, but the jewelries and the high-end watch shops is not really for me, or my wallet for that matter. So, but it looks good, obviously. We also got some views from the Sanctuary, the new one that now features a pool, from what we can see, bar and so on. It looks obviously very nice. We also got some information that the Catch by Rudy specialty restaurant will return to Sun Princess as well. The final thing that we saw before we go into the stuff that we liked and didn't like very much is the signature lounge, which is the suite only lounge and bar. It looks obviously very nice. It's the first time that Princess Ships brings their own lounge for suite guests, and there's nothing obviously bad to say about this if you are paying all the money for a suite it is always nice with your own lounge and private space as well. It looks just amazing, so big thumbs up for that as well.
What do you guys think about what you've seen so far? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Do you like what you're seeing? Put it in the comment section. By the way, hi, welcome to Ponyo and Pool Shark. My name is Frederick. This is one of the fastest growing travel channels in the northern parts of Stockholm's archipelago. I think I can say. No, we're really a very small channel still, but I still am so happy that you're here. If you like what you see, we have lots of upcoming content, as well as a vlog series coming up in just a few weeks from all my days at the Enchanted Princess. And we're also going to do a show in just a few weeks where we kind of dream ourselves away and create the cruise ship of our dreams, with concept arts from restaurants and everything, as you can see, just some small examples here. So we have lots of cool things coming up. If you want to stay with us, please do so. If you like it, you know all this stuff. This is not the first time you watch YouTube. We're gonna end it now with a kind of a list of the 4 things that I really didn't like about the new Sun Princess and the 5 things that I really loved with the new Sun Princess. But before we do that, it's one more thing that I want to talk about, which we don't have any pictures on, but we still read on the Princess website. And that is that on the Lido deck, they are doing a lot of outdoor restaurants where they're gonna serve us burgers, tacos, salads, paninis, and this is such great news, with lots of new restaurants outside as well. And tacos, that means that they're gonna have like a Mexican kind of thing. Yeah, well, good work there, Princess. That was all I wanted to say about that, so looking forward to that as well. I think that we're gonna start with the 4 things that I really didn't like. Does that sound fair? And then save the 5 things that I really loved till last. So without further ado, here we go. At number 4, we are going to talk about the cabins. And I know some of these things that I say in this don't like list can be kind of controversial, I guess, and it's obviously based on my own opinion. I'm not saying that the cabins don't look good. The huge plus side of it has to be the new bathrooms. We see that for once, for the first time ever, Princess actually choose to skip the drapes in the showers and made real proper nice looking bathrooms. I'm so happy for that. But when that being said, I think that the cabins is not that good looking, to be honest. We have seen, I mean, this is a new class of ship, and we've seen new classes of ships the last years, from Norwegian with the Viva Prima series, and now with Icon of the Seas. And what we can see with the cabins on both these companies are that they're really taking a step in the right direction, making like a new design, make it more trendy, cozy, whatever. I think that Princess, I'm not necessarily saying took a step back, but still there's nothing special with the cabins. I'm actually going to say that the cabins on the Royal class ships looks more cozy in my opinion than this one does. It's nothing special to see. It's nothing special to say about them, and because of that it's a negative thing, and I really don't like them, to be honest. But I don't hate them. It's just that I think that it still deserves, for me, a place on the list of the things I don't like. At number 3, we're going to talk about the dome. I know, like, when I saw the concept art from the beginning, before we even got to see the real deal, I got kind of worried, because if you are building a glass dome, like they have done on the Royal ships, on Icon, the Solarium, on the both the Oasis class and the, is it called Spectrum class? Well, they've really used their space, but when I saw the concept art for the dome, I got worried straight up. And now that we got to see it, we saw that it looks exactly more or less that the concept art. And for me, I think that is a waste of the space. They could have done so much more inside this sphere-like dome. than just like make it a theater with benches. They could have done pools. They could have made it more like a solarium that they've done on the Oasis class ships. And yeah, I'm just gonna say that I still the same thing here that I said about the cabins. It's not that I hate it. It's just that, you know, I thought that they could do more with it. On the other hand, I haven't cruised with it yet, and I'd be happy to change my mind and opinion, obviously. And when I do cruise with Sun Princess, I am gonna come back to you and say what I really think about it. Obviously, we can only talk about what we saw on the ship tour from what we got to see from Princess right now. So at the moment, this is a downer for me. At number 2, we're gonna talk about something that isn't, but however was on the Royal class ships. You see, when we got to choose to cruise with Princess, one of the main things we actually choose from was the fact that they had the Take 5 nightclub. So on all the Royal class ships they have this nightclub called Take 5, which is dedicated to jazz music, and it really is the point that made us choose to go with Princess. A club dedicated to jazz music, and it wasn't disappointing us one single bit. Every night we stayed up watching live jazz music from the club. The cocktails there were amazing, the staff were amazing, the venue in itself had this like old 20 style decor, and it was just so cozy. And they have chose to not include Take 5 on the new Sun Princess, and that is such a disappointment for me, to be honest. Also, they don't have any live music venues at all from what we've seen so far, and that's also kind of a bummer. And coming back to the Coffe Currents, which I talked about in the beginning, which is the new like specialty coffee place, like Starbucks but not Starbucks. This is exactly the space that could have been used for a sort of like small, cozy, intimate nightclub. It doesn't have to be jazz, it could be blues, soul music, but wouldn't it be cool to have a venue where you can just go in, chill down, relax, have a cocktail, listen to some nice relaxing music in the background from a live band performing. It doesn't have to be big. And just this coffee place, I'm coming back to it, is just because they have the International Café, I don't really see the point for a specialty coffee place. Especially if you have to pay for the sandwiches and the pastries. I mean, they have world-class sandwiches and pastries for free down in the International Café, so I don't see the point. So please drop a bomb on this coffee place and make it a nice nightclub with some live music. That's really the only thing that I really miss with Sun Princess, and unfortunately it means so much that I really am disappointed with Princess Cruises to take a step back from like live entertainment and just don't include it. We're going to end it with the number one thing that I didn't like, and this is going to be controversial because we're talking about the heart of the ship. Unfortunately, from the first time I ever got to see some concept art of Sun Princess, I started to worry about the Piazza. And now that we finally got to see it, it really is not looking very good, to be honest. The thing is that, in my opinion, the Piazza is nothing. If you look back to the royal ships, and when we went, for instance, on Enchanted Princess, the Piazza is the heart of any princess ship that they have. It's cozy still and intimate, and although grandeur and big, everything is there. They have these small fountains and pools where you have water. You really want to stay within the Piazza. It's really a vibrant place 24 hours a day, and now it's just an open, minimalistic mall kind of place, in my opinion, and it doesn't give me any vibes whatsoever. Obviously, you have to take this with a pinch of salt. What we get to see on this cruise ship video is obviously filmed during the day in bright sunlight without any passengers on board, and also the ship is obviously not 100% fixed already with furniture and stuff, so but it still looks so empty. It looks it doesn't give me any vibe whatsoever. And also, like I said, with the dome, I might change my mind when I travel on Sun Princess, and you know, when the sunset is setting, when we get some darkness and the lights, and maybe I will change my mind. But still, the Piazza does not at all live up to what I hoped for and what I expected, and I have to say that the royal ships are 10 times more amazing in the Piazza sense. And come on, Princess, the Piazza is the whole heart of your ship. Yeah, well, you don't have to agree with me, this is just my opinion obviously, but that is the number one thing that I don't like. So let's now go to the 5 things that I'm so much in love with the new Sun Princess ship. At number 5 we are going to say just one thing: Kai Sushi. So basically, Princess is bringing a world famous sushi chef to Princess Cruises in the form of Makoto Okuba, who is such a celebrity chef and one of the best chefs in the world when it comes to sushi. I mean, we had sushi on Enchanted Princess with the Ocean Terrace, and that was one of the best sushi I've ever had in my entire life. And now this is gonna be such an elevated experience. They're offering a menu for $39, and $39 for a meal, for a set menu with sushi from one of the best chefs in the world is not that expensive, and something that I really have no problem paying. At number 4 we're going to stay in Asian, Japanese kind of traditions. I'm talking about the Umai, Teppanyaki and Hotpot. I mean, this is actually what excites me the most, the Hotpot kind of part. I mean, I'm so glad that they are bringing Teppanyaki as a specialty restaurant to their ships, but to have Hotpot tables, oh, that excites me so much. That is the ultimate experience, and I think a first on any cruise ship actually. And the place and the venue itself looks just stunning, modern, Japanese, traditional. It's just all over the place. I'm so happy for this. At number 3 we're going to talk about the Eatery. So thank you so much, Princess, for bringing like a food hall kind of thing. This is obviously a trend right now. The Norwegian Viva Prima ships, they have the indulged food hall, and now we can also see on Icon of the Seas at the Aquadome they also have kind of a food hall style place where you can get samples and street food kind of for free, included food. And Princess has chosen to go with this as well. In the marketplace buffet they are going to have some stalls, which is kind of a food hall where they have everything from Mongolian barbecue to tapas to Asian stir fry to sandwiches and paninis and salads, and this is just making me so happy. I love this kind of new concepts where you can get like easy kind of street food, fast food kind of things just as you go whenever you want it. So happy that Princess went this way. And also this means that the included food on this ship is going to be huge, from the buffet obviously to the sit down dining to the international cafe where you will have sandwiches and such throughout the evening, 24 hours. And now also with the Eatery they have, oh yeah, so much. And on the Lido deck they're gonna have tacos, burgers obviously, so there will be plenty of free food to choose from. So good work there, Princess Cruises. That makes me so happy. 2 things left. We're gonna start with number 2, which is the Malleys Irish Pub. So Princess is bringing a traditional Irish pub to the new Sun Princess, where you can actually have food, and it's gonna be like amazing comfort food. They have promised us a O'Malley's burger with Bushmill whiskey glaze. They said they're gonna have shepherd's pie, we're gonna talk fish and chips, bangers and mash. It's all gonna be there, and I'm so excited because what I missed so much when I cruised on Enchanted Princess was a British pub, like a traditional pub, and now we finally got it, and it looks amazing. It looks like one of the best pubs at sea, to be honest, and hopefully also they will have a huge beer selection for a beer lover like me. So I know I'm not gonna be disappointed, and that's why I can place it as high as number 2 on this list. However, there is one thing that places above everything, and it's obviously just personal. This is my own opinion, not necessarily yours. But my number 1 is the Lotus Spa. I'm such a spa nerd, and as we can see, they have made Lotus Spa on 2 separate floors. They have the enclave and they have experience showers. This is obviously going to be the best spa at sea, no doubt about it. I'm so excited. On Enchanted Princess, the Lotus Spa was the best spa I've ever visited in my entire life. This is going to be an elevated experience over that. Wow, just wow, it's going to be so amazing. Looking forward to it. In general, I am looking forward so much to cruising with the new Sun Princess. I hope that you liked this video. Put all your thoughts, your comments down in the comment section. And with that being said, I always end my videos by saying it is not about the destination, it is what you make of it that counts. Till next time, stay safe. Yeah.